knockers are on the line. The two survivors of a 16-car field that started the day. Mark Powick looking for his first ever NHRA national event win. Butch Lill had 3 last year alone. Lill in the Trans Am in the near lane. As they stage carefully, they're ready. Both drivers are away together. No one had an advantage off the mark, but Lill has horsepower mid-range. Butch Lill will be the Winternationals champion, Don.
This win has the traditional Butch Lill trademark on it. He gets away good and stays ahead. He's an old competitor, and he's very experienced.
That little header fire shouldn't be a big problem.
So now the spotlight falls on the funny car final here in the NHRA Chief Auto Parts Winternationals at Pomona. Poldi against Head. Earlier, Steve Evans took a closer look at the Dale Poldi operation.
As always, there's big crowds around the cars getting ready for the finals here at the Winternationals. That's not unusual. It is unusual, however, when the crowd is working on the car. The machine driven by Dale Poldi is crewed by the Over-the-Hill gang from the nearby San Gabriel Valley. There are 18 members of the team that help Bill Schultz run this funny car, and they could just do about anything they have to. You can see counting heads here. There's at least 18 working on the car. But you know, the Over-the-Hill gang, we may have to change that, because after all, when you go over the hill, don't you start picking up speed?
Well, what Poldi may need at this time is a little good fortune of his own, because the man he's facing in the finals, Jim Head, has had certainly his share. First, the explosion and fire that Shoemake encountered, then Tuttle, then Oswald, both losing traction. As a result, Head now in the finals against Poldi. So as they finish their preparations, let's go to the far end. Steve Evans with the winner of Pro Stock.
Well, Butch Lill rolls in with a little fire underneath his Pontiac, but that was quickly taken care of. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Steve. You know, I'm home here in Pomona. I was born in California and live in Ohio now, and it just feels so good to win here in front of all these people. They've been cheering me on all day, and Gil's not here. He's in Florida on vacation, and this one's for him. And
Gil Kirk, the car owner. Let me tell you, Powick was right with you off that starting line. He's a young talent to watch for.
Oh, he's great. He's real great. He's really coming, and he's going to do it. He got here, and he knows how to get here now, and I look for him to be here all the time.
With one champion crowned, we're about to crown another. Will it be Poldi or Head? Don Garlitz?
We were over in Jim Head's pit earlier, and he had no damage whatsoever. So I think this is going to be a heads-up race, especially this time of the day.
So a couple of long shot contenders in their moment of glory off the line. Both have traction problems. Near lane, however, is Poldi. And despite the fact that he was smoking heavily away from the line, he has the win. The Pomona Winternationals champion, Dale Poldi, 6:02 only for 2:23. He could care less at this point. A happy, jubilant crew at the starting line.
As the cars get off the starting line, they move pretty good initially, but the old cold Pomona track started to give a little bit of problem as the tires began to break loose. And it was Dale Poldi's experience that caused him to get off the throttle just enough to let the tires catch up so he could win the Winternationals.
The kind of prize money the Over-the-Hill gang will deposit will really influence their racing. Maybe they can go somewhere.
I hope so. So far, it's just going to be 4, maybe 6 races and stuff. But to these guys, you know, it is like winning the U.S. Nationals to them. This car, until about a year ago, never went past the first round. Now we won a race finally. We've been in the semifinals a couple times. It's great.
And to keep pace with the touring pros, not keep pace, but to beat them. What an accomplishment for all. You're going to need a bus to haul these guys around if you tour this car.
That's not the gang. That's the gang.
Congratulations again to all of you, Dale, and great driving.
Thank you very much.
Dale Poldi, the Winternationals champion. Boy, did he earn this one.
And that jubilant crew catching up with their driver now in the cooled-out area. Here they are, and let the celebration in Southern California begin for Dale Poldi and company. So as the sun slides slowly behind the hills in the west, all attention now riveted on the Top Fuel Finals. An old rivalry, Dick LaHaye against Joe Amato. It was only here at Pomona last fall that the World Championship was decided in the final day of competition between these two men. LaHaye ended up with the championship. Amato had to settle for number 2. Earlier, Steve Evans talked with each driver, wanted to know why they're so often pitted against each other.
We probably have the 2 most consistent cars here, where we know how to read the track conditions, and the good crews and the drivers are consistent.
You feel like you owe him one after losing the championship?
Definitely.
Dick, I have watched you so many times prepare to race Joe Amato, but I sense a bit of frustration that hasn't been apparent before.
Well, you know, we've got all this new equipment, and it's kind of hard to learn to work with. We've got a new race car. We've got a different type of clutch that we've never run. We've got a bigger cubic inch engine that we've never run and different rod angles in it. And that we're really pulling our hair out because we don't know what adjustment to make the thing step up like we used to with our old combination. This one here, we're just kind of struggling along and saying a lot of prayers.
The principal's thoughts a few moments ago, Don, their thoughts right now.
Gary, this is the most stressful time in all of drag racing. You've got to stay cool, and both of these men are experts at it.
LaHaye, near side. Amato, far side. LaHaye, the defending world champion, away quickly. Traction problems for Amato. LaHaye will have another championship. He has started the 88 NHRA championship season with a victory in the Jeep Auto Parts Winternationals.
Joe Amato gets off the mark first, but the tricky traction of Pomona's cold surface takes its toll as the tires go up in smoke and Amato's hopes of victory go down. Dick LaHaye goes on to the victory, turning a fine 5:13 low ET, winning the 28th Winternationals.
What a way for Dick LaHaye to cap the day. Low elapsed time, 5:13.
Oh, I thought it would do it, and I was just so afraid to try it, Steve. I mean, I'm almost in tears. I can't even believe this whole... I'm serious. It looks like we've got a nice hot rod here and a new car, and our motor combination looks like it's going to work. We just was very, very skeptical about stepping on it.
Again, a great day. Thank you so much for an exciting day.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Dick LaHaye, the world champion, gets a great start in 88.
So no 4-second run today, but still a terrific day of competition, Don.
You bet it was, Gary.
For Don Garland, some Steve